The professor here. Today we look in on the genius clockmeister as he solves yet another horological conundrum.
Why, thank you, Professor. What have we got for today? Okie dokie, so let's get this project started. Hello, everybody. First thing we got to do before we take a clock apart is what? Everybody knows this. Let down the power. You don't want to take something apart and have it all blow apart. Now on this clock here, it's a little different. So you got these plates you got to remove, but you can still let the power down. I've done it on this first one, so now I got to do it on this next one. I don't want to. Okay, we're letting her down. This is the time. Time is in the middle. And this is the chime. That's the strike, time, and chime. And they're numbered. Somebody scratched a 1, a 2, and a 3. So I know 1 goes on the strike, 2 goes on the time, and the 3, obviously it's big, goes there. There, she's asleep. Okay, there's no danger from that. Notice I have my little trays here. I got a strike, chime, and a time. And I like to keep the parts separate. I could probably take this clock apart, put it back together with all the various wheels, probably, 30 wheels. But it would take me like hours longer than if I marked the parts and kept them separate for cleaning and cleaned them separately. It just makes putting everything back together easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a gray marker and a black marker, and I'm going to mark the wheels so that if this should all fall apart when I take it apart, I at least know what some or most of the wheels are. And again, that makes it easier. And I've already made note of the positions of the pins before I let off the power. So I took pictures of the pins for the warning pins. So I knew that they were all in the position of 8 o'clock if you're looking at the front of the clock. So what we're going to do this. So this is the strike. It's going to be gray. Strike is gray. Gray. It's hard to get at some of these wheels. I need my Superman glasses, or old man glasses, whatever you want to call them. This one's a gray. Obviously this is the gray fan wheel, but there's 2 fan wheels, so you got to make sure you get the right one. This one has 2 holes in it and the other one doesn't, so that's another thing to make note of. Now I got a mark on that one. Oops, the heck was that? What the heck was that? This is power's off there. Power's off, right? Yeah, I took the power off. Alright, back to marking here. I need, that one has to be marked. get it. I think I can get it on the lantern pinion. I can mark it. It's about as close as I can get it. So I got that, that one. I got that one. I don't know how to get at it. And I got that one. And that should be it for gray. Now black. I don't mark the time. Don't need to. They won't be marked. Alright, so this is black. Okay, it's here. So we got the wheels marked. Got the power off, the wheels marked. So the first thing I normally do before I take the clock apart is I remove all the outer stuff first. So that's what we'll start on. And anything that is chime, strike, or time specific, we'll put in our little trays. And anything that's not specific, like say this piece here, then but you do have to remember how these go back together, how these pieces interact. Even when I take these hangers off, I'm going to put them on the side they came off of, even though they look the same. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this mechanism here off. This adjusts, this is through the little window. The sub-dial has an adjustment for fast and slow. It raises the suspension spring and thus the leader and thus the pendulum to make it go faster, and it lowers it to make it go slower. And it's done by rotating here with the key down here. So we want to take that apart. We'll get that off. Let's see how we're going to do that. How are we going to do that? There's a pin. It's pinned in place. It's pinned in place. And down here, it has to turn. Well, I think it'd be better to unpin it from here. Okay, we're going to unpin it from here. I lose pins all the time, that's why I have a bunch of pins. Because when you squeeze these out, they pop out and they go everywhere. I probably want to take this off too. Notice how that sits even and flush. Then let's take the pin out and get this out of the way. I think I'll put all our pins in one of these little jars. Chuck them in there. I don't know what they're for. We'll make a collection of pins. Actually, we can put them right in the top of this. Then we don't have to use that. We can use that for something else. I got another tray here if I need one. Okay, this should come off. Remember not to force anything. Gently pry stuff is what you gotta do. Gently pry. Come on, baby. This makes for interesting video, doesn't it? Me fighting with trying to get this thing off. Okay, it decided it didn't want to come off, no matter what I did, and I didn't want to ruin it. It will come apart. When I take the plates apart, it'll fall out. So it doesn't need to come off right now. It was in the way, but I think I can work on it the way it is. All right, so let's just get this thing off. This pin out. I did get part of the pin, not out of it. I didn't get any. This might be one of those days where nothing goes right. When your best bet is to lay your tools down. It could turn out to be one of those days where you just lay your tools down. Where's my pointer? Maybe I can point it out. Where's my pointer? I've got two of them. Here it is. No, I don't think that's going to fit. It is in a way. See, the angle that I have in which to work is not good. I don't want to ruin this. I probably should take that pin out there off. I didn't want to do this. But I'll take this pin out. That pin come out easy. And we'll take this leader off. I think we will. Okay. I count the leader as time side. All right. Now, why did I take that off? So I could move around with this thing. In order to get this thing off, I probably have to get this off. I don't need this to come off, but it should be simple to pull off. It should not be hard. It should not be hard. Damn, it's hard. Now, we're gonna make sure we don't mix these up. Because if we mix them up, it might not be good. Having never seen this type of mechanism before, ever in my life, for a winding mechanism, I'm just going to take pictures of each one as I take them off. That's number one. Where's the number? Where's the number? That's number one. Okay, I should take these off. So now these are part of the, what side of the system am I on here? The strike. It's a strike. Well, look at the grease they got on this thing. Man, oh man. There's a pile of grease in there. I mean, you're supposed to grease these up. I agree with that. Alright, where's the screws for those? Oh, they're still in the plate. Will they stay in? No. Ultrasonic cleaning is going to knock those out. So when I do the cleaning, I will leave those there. Oop, this one has 3 holes. That one had 2. This one had 2. This one got 3. I guess that's how they tell it apart. They didn't have to mark them, they knew. Middle one's got 3, the other 2 got 2, and the one is big. And all these screws look like they're about the same size. So that's cool. Look how dirty and gunky that is. I don't know if you can see that. I hope that light's not in the way. Pretty gunky, eh? Hard to see stuff. Yeah, look at that. Pretty bad, pretty bad. I think we got enough light on this subject, don't we? How's this for lighting? Well, I won't be able to see then. Okay. Now we're going to take these ones off. Hope these don't come off. Ooh, they do come off. Ooh, you got to make sure whatever you do. Oh no. One's got a square arbor. The arbor is square and they're different. That one ain't coming off. That one ain't coming off. This one here does come off. This one goes here. Now, are they the same size? Yeah. They would appear to be the same size. Keep them separate anyway. Won't hurt. Keep them separate. So that's this one. And before we take a lunch break, come on. The screwdriver won't go in that one. Can we get another screwdriver? That will open it. Okay, thank you. I think I got lots of the screwdrivers. That's 1, 2, 3. Look how loose these are. So it has its center arbor. That's that arbor for that one. Gross. Gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Take it off. So that. Okay. Nobody knows that yet. One shot. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna pause. Ooh, looks like somebody got some initials here. Some writing. What does it say? What do it say? It says a lot. B E W B Simcoe 19. Wow, 1930 something. Wow, that's interesting. Somebody had this apart in 1930. Anyway, I'll pause right here. Okay. Shoot. My goodness, my eye. A lot of oil on that. Wow. Strike. Strike. Somebody already wrote time on there. Like I thought, these come out by themselves. Okay, everybody with this one? Oh yeah, this one has its own little rigging. Which I've never seen before, so we'll take a picture of it. Never seen it before. New to me. Pretty well built clock, I would say. This thing is well built. Here she comes. Here she comes. I think there's no question. Oh, I just lost a screw. What you saw me doing before was marking these things. Somebody got an E on here. E, what does E stand for? I like to put a CH. Oh, somebody wrote chime right there. Chimes, I see it written there. I like to keep the covers and mark not only, but where the slots are. Not only what they are, but where the slots are. They're all different sizes. You can feel the weight. That's clearly bigger than that. Right? And it's clearly bigger than that one. We're going to remove those mainsprings and grease them. So that's a lot of work. So now, this is quite light now. Quite light. A lot of the guts have been removed. Take a look at that. Now, you have to decide which way to take the plates off. Plate has to come off this way. Okay, so we're going to take some more parts off. That's from a different clock project I'm working on. Okay. We're going to take these parts off now. I'll take a little picture of them before I take them off. That way I know how they all interact. Who knows? I may need the picture later, right? One never knows, does one? Oh, I can't wait to read what it says here. It says stuff. It says B.W. Bishop. B.W. Bishop, Simcoe, 1930, 2766-Z. B.W. Bishop, Simcoe, 1930. That's kind of cool. And if I recall, there was something on the clock itself about that. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? See right there? There's W.B. Bishop. (1930). Simcoe. Underneath Bishop it says Simcoe, which is Simcoe, Ontario, 1930. Cool. With a little bit of history. So that's what, 95 years ago. This was a part. 95 years ago. It's probably been taken apart since then, because most people now don't scratch their name, their company's name, into the beautiful brass plates, but somebody did. They shouldn't have done that. And I know that B.W. Bishop is the name of a reputable clock horologist in Simcoe from way a long time ago. They're no longer there, but I think I did some research on them. The center arbor is bent. This one, I think even you guys can see that's bent. I don't know how easy that's going to come apart. So I might have to take it off this way. Just want to make sure it's going to come apart. Yeah, I think we're going to take it off this way because of the bent arbor. All right. So I'll be straightening that bent arbor. So this clock had a nasty fall. Oh, by the way, I'm using a new microphone system, new wireless mic system. So I hope it sounds good. It's Nunavo or no. I'll have to get the name for you and put it in the comments, because it's a nice little wireless. I had a Deity wireless system, wireless mic, and it worked really good, but it didn't work with my Insta360 X3 camera. So I needed one that did, and so I bought this one. And for the Deity I bought used at $150. This one I bought new for $43. I thought it was one of those cheap Chinese ones, but it actually works good. And I tested it, and it does work with my Insta360. And it comes in a little case that you charge these items right in the case, and it even on the outside of the case, it lights up to tell you what percentage of the charge it has. So I'm really pleased with this $43 items, pending hearing the first video. So that's this video. So I don't know. So I want to take it off this way. So we'll see how it sounds, the new wireless mic. If it sounds good, then it was worth $43, that's for sure. Because it works with my Insta360 X3, which I'll be doing motorcycle videos this summer. All right. Now we've come to the part in the movie that scares everybody, including myself, and that is having all the wheels fall apart. But luckily, we marked them. We marked them, so they're not going to fall apart. They're not going to scare us. Okay, we got a little thing here that works just perfect for this type of nut. Except it doesn't fit these nuts. Wonder if I should get... Yeah, we'll just do it with this. I noticed they're double nutted on here. Oh, there's always one tight one. Okay, magic hour is here. I think it's time we took this thing off and hope that nothing falls out. Ah, very good. That's what we want. That is what we want because we can take a picture. I always take a picture oriented the right way. Picture time. This is working good. One picky wicky. 2 pictures. You never know when you're going to need pictures. I'm hoping I won't need them. But, you know. Now this is where you got to get these parts together. Chime. Strike. This is supposed to be strike. Yeah, I can't get that off, so I'm not worrying about it. There's the mark, the trademark, Philip Haas and Sons. Got a little bunny rabbit. See the bunny rabbit? And it's got a P-A-S, Philip Haas, P-H-S, Philip Haas and Son, right there. That's the maker of the clock. All right. There we have a whole bunch of clock parts with another tray over here. Don't forget this tray. So we got all those parts out of this clock. We got to clean them all now. Put them all back together. Easily said and done, right? So much for now.